Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day? Did you love the things that you do? Did you destroy the Souless Amma? You were fighting the Souless Amma, destroying them. And of course, my beautiful friends, as usual, you know that I always do. I'm destroying the Souless Amma. Flash comes Souless Amma every step of the way. Every day and night, 24, flash comes Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. So my beautiful friends, I'm sending you all my love and blessings from my heart and soul by default to all of you. Open up your heart and soul and enjoy it, my beautiful friends. Just take it in. Let that mind and now be unconditional love and light lead you all the way through forward in your life and help you open up new opportunities in your life. Be who you are, shine all the way through. And of course, my beautiful friends, spread that love and light wherever you go, whatever you do. You need to know that wherever you are, whatever you do, you are at the right time, at the right place, with eternal knowledge, with the intention of your soul, because I've set up the rules, laws, and regulations of by default and intention for everyone that is mine and everything human, and now it's unconditional love light. I set up the intention that wherever we are, in whatever form we are, that we are spreading the love of light, that we are doing everything that is right things to do. In the name of mine and ours, pure conditional love and light, from mine and ours, heart and soul, which means you from your heart and soul doing, but I've set up the intention for your soul to do always the things with internal knowledge and with the, of course, with intention, because as long as you love to do the good things for yourself and everyone else, the intention is good. So now, and of course, with the focus, whatever you focus on, no matter what is it, if we are destroying the Souless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are, well, we are enlightening ourselves and humanity and everything that is mine and ours, pure conditional love and light. Which means if you focus on material things, we are destroying the Souless Amma, that we're destroying, and that way misusing the material things, wealth, abundance, and prosperity, while we are attracting wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and of course, enlightening everything that we have. So in that way, my beautiful friends, you open up your heart and soul and, of course, set up the intention for yourself. What would you like to get out from this night, from this evening, from the energy? Because I'm sending to you the energy all the time, through my voice, through my physical form. I'm sending the energy to you all the time in oceans and oceans of energy of mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. It's up to you, my beautiful friends, if you would love to accept it, to open up your heart and soul and live a life that you truly deserve. Your life will change forever from within and without. So be who you are, shine all the way through, accept mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, and of course, my beautiful friends, you will be happy, and you will be the manifestations of mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, and you will enjoy your life, and every step of the way that you take, you will be happy and joyful, peaceful, blissful, more than you can ever imagine. With the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, I'm talking to you, my beautiful friends. As I said, I'm sending the love and blessings, loving energy. So it's you just open up your heart and soul, set up the intention, and of course, listen to your body, listen to yourself, what's going on within you, because the energy is working. As soon as I get alive, energy is working. Even before that, energy is working, and through you, helping you, supporting you. Energy knows what is the priority to do in your life, to clear and heal in your life. But if you set up the intention, that's even much more, much better, because the energy is that more powerful. You're accepting the energy consciously, and of course, energy is doing so much more work for yourself, because I'm sending the energy. The energy knows what's the most important. But if you set up the intention, what's most important to you, that is on your conscious level, then you're getting more enlightenment and more energy and freedom and everything. And as long as you're consciously accepting the energy, which means you are adding up to the light, and of course always you will be at the right place at the right time, even though that those that are not conscious, that are not aware of the things that were going on up until now they were aware, they are aware of the on a soul level, but not on the physical form, because those Souless Amma were placing the energy within your body, and that was pushing down the energy of your light, mine and us, unconditional light. So now we are not mine and us, because the energy that was with them, but within you, but still was somehow it wasn't dominating, because those Souless Amma, through the religious, through the programs, were placing in the energy that was trying to overpower my mine and us, unconditional light. It's never can do so, but it was happening that they will be placing more energy, breaking all the rules, the laws, the regulations, and trying to overpower the people, and then interfere into their private life, and of course breaking the rules, the laws of the universal rules, the laws, and trying to interfere, not the trying, but they were interfering into identity, in trying to steal our identity. So we never accepted that, but now is a time to give them, return them all the karmas, pain, suffering, and everything, to place them searching to hell, and everything that they've ever projected, our teacher and everyone, and everything, and every of our bodies, our bodies that from man and aspect conditional light, that those Souless Amma were working through, interfering in a negative way, and doing the bad things through our bodies. Now with those Souless Amma destroying with the speed of thought by default, in the name of man and aspect conditional light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, you need to know that when we are coming into the physical form, so you know that there is a dark and there is a light. When we are coming into the physical form, so we are deciding whether we are coming with the signature. So the signature, whether it's from the dark or is it from the light? I never really accepted that those Souless Amma were incarnated. No one of us ever accepted that those Souless Amma were incarnating among us. In the physical form, we never accepted that, but it was happening. So when we are coming into the physical form, those Souless Amma coming with their energetic signature, we are coming with our energetic and the soul signature, which means we have the soul, while those Souless Amma have the energy. We have the physical form, we are getting the physical form, they're getting the physical form and the energy, but while we are coming to the physical form, we are getting the physical form, the energy, and of course the soul, which means we have the wisdom and knowledge and power within us, and we are creating the energy. But those Souless Amma energy, they don't have a soul. They have the script that they thought that they are really programmed. They have the programs, but we have the programs. We have the wisdom and knowledge and power and understanding that we're creating the problems. That we're creating the programs, not the problems. Those we are solving the problems that those Souless Amma were creating. So those Souless Amma that are trying to interfere into my language and project the words, we now, in the name of mine and ours, unconditional light, return them all the karmas, pain, and suffering, all those problems that they were created to each and everyone and everything. In the name of mine and ours, unconditional light, with the speed of thought, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and ours, unconditional light, with the speed of thought, to answer to my call, my command, with the speed of thought by default. With the speed of thought, we're returning all those karmas, pain, and suffering, and place them straight into hell to all those Souless Amma, with the speed of thought of all those problems that they ever created to each and everyone and everything in every form since the beginning of humanity, since the beginning of creations, with the speed of thought by default. I said, and everything by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, which means we are those cabal, Illuminati, Satanism, Masons, and globalists. Those are the Souless Amma that came with the energetic signature of those Souless Amma, dark forces in the physical form. Well, we are coming with our energetic spiritual signature that we are light from the light. So I never accepted that both energies was in, and of course I never will. No one of us accepted that we had the negative energy within our bodies. But after the birth, of course, those Souless Amma, during those rituals that they were doing when the babies are born. So some of them, when they're giving them the name or doing some rituals or and then crossing them, and I don't even know what kind of rituals they have. A different kind of, in different religions, they have the different kind of rituals they were doing in order to give them the name or to bless them. That's not the blessings, really. They were trying to shut down those senses to children, because when the children coming in, they have the wisdom and knowledge. They're open and to the light, and to see the things. But then after that, those Souless Amma were placing the energy within the physical form, and then trying to overtake the body and overpower the mind and aspect conditional level light. So with that, those Souless Amma were interfering to our lives, and all the problems that they were. That you ever had, or anyone, or anything, were as a result of those Souless Amma that were interfering to our lives. So please don't accept. If you're young, or if you have the children or grandchildren, or that, don't accept those religious rituals or blessings. Don't accept them. And if you do so, you just change the energy. You just may say everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Or everything is by default. With the speed of thought. Everything is by default. I'm returning the karmas to those Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. In that way, my beautiful friends, mine and ours energy is going to overpower the energy of those Souless Amma, and of course, destroy those Souless Amma and give to the children real blessings. So, of course, we've changed that. We've changed the energy, but still those Souless Amma that are in a physical form, still trying to manipulate with the energy, trying to manipulate with, of course, energetic soul cord. But of course, they are powerless now, because we have all the power within ourselves. But it's good to know that you are the one that need to bless the people, and not those Souless Amma. So I'm not saying that everyone in the religion is a Souless Amma. No, there are many people that are from unannounced conditional light that are within the religion, and that they on this position, but not on the high position. On the high position usually are those Souless Amma, and they were hiding the information from all those lower levels that are in the religion. They were hiding the information. They were hiding the truth for them, even though those that are into the religion from mind and aspect conditional light, they were doing the work from the heart and soul. They were truly blessing the people, but still those above them were trying, on the position, not above them. No one is above them. They're mind and aspect conditional light. No one is above mind and aspect conditional light. But in the physical form, they were on the position above them, trying to manipulate with the energy. We never accepted that. We will never do so. But those Souless Amma were doing that, and then of course now is the time to bring them down to justice, to destroy those Souless Amma that were interfering into our lives, that were creating the religions, through the religions that were misusing our energy, and those that are mind and aspect unconditional light within a religion that were following their heart and soul. So of course, everyone who is religious or who is into the path of spirituality, enlightenment, you are ready to follow the path of mind and aspect unconditional light. You're ready. Your soul is ready to shine all the way through. But the problem is that we were misinformed. Those religions religious leaders that are from the dark Souless Amma, were giving the false informations to the people, and of course were misleading the people, trying to separate them and more, to create more division instead to reunite us. So so you know that those globalists, those soulless, I mean, whatever form they are, those Satanists and globalists and cabal and those Masons, so those soulless, I mean, whatever form they are, Illuminati, all those in the physical form were aware. Not all of them, those that are in the power, not all of them, even those lower on the lower levels, they were not aware. They were receiving the messages, but they didn't know what was going on. But those that were directly directly involved into the dark project that they were working on, they know what was going on. They were hiding the information from the people, and of course trying to misuse the energy, and to steal the energy, misuse even the material things and everything. So those Souless Amma were working on that project, a dark project, with the dark agenda. And, they call it New World Order. I talked about that last night, and of course that the agenda 2021, 2030. So those Souless Amma that were working on that project were infiltrated everywhere into the religion, into those so-called divine mothers or fathers, so those light workers, or spiritual teachers, or healers, and so-called avatars, so and the different name, different mask, and all those that are onto the power, those from the religion, and those that are so-called divine mothers or fathers or light workers, were doing the rituals behind the back, behind the scene, and then they were choosing who they are going to put into the power. So they were choosing who they're going to put in the power, in the government or in those systems, and then they were keeping them there by doing the rituals. And of course, together with them, through them, they were creating the laws, rules, regulations, and against the people, but saying that is for all goodness, that is for all safety, that is for all highest and greatest good. But they were lying to us, doing everything against the people. Of course, within all of them, there was and still is mine and unconditional light that was doing the great job, even though that we're doing the intentionally bad work with bad intentionally. They were doing the everything with a dark intention, but of course, mine and unconditional light always was there to help and support and to prevent the worst scenario that they were trying to do so. Of course, within them, and we are the dark from mine and unconditional light. Or we are, my beautiful friends, we are the one that have the power. I read today, actually, I listened some recording of those light workers. They had an interview. So some of those were talking about that 144 light workers. I talked about that 144 light workers that came to this planet to save the planet, save the humanity and the entire universe. And my beautiful friends, I talked about that. So Souless Amma, what they were thinking about it, what they were trying to say to us, some of those Souless Amma gave those informations to some of those light workers or healers. They gave them the information, and of course, by giving them information, they were giving them those informations and false informations. They wanted to create, giving the information according to the things that they wanted to create. So how come that 144? I told you, I think I decoded publicly, 144. I think I did. Yes, I did. I decoded 144. If we calculate the numbers 44819, which means the end of those Souless Amma in every form, in the physical and energetic form, in the name of mine and now beyond conditional light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So which means, my beautiful friends, those so-called light workers. I'm not saying, I've talked about that. I'm not saying that all of them are dark, but I'm saying that all of them were under the influence of those Souless Amma, that they were not aware of that. So some of those were talking about that 144, that's the woman as well, was talking about the 144,000 light workers that came to save the planet. And my beautiful friends, we are not 144,000. We are countless, and we have the power to save and protect ourselves and planet and the entire universe. And that's what we've done. So no one can put a limit on us. We are unlimited. So those Souless Amma, we put all the limitations upon them and destroy them forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. So between whoever giving, if that was with the dark intention, with any kind of dark intention that has been given to any one of those light workers or whoever, give that information and spread it throughout the net. In the name of man and aspect unconditional light with the spirit of thought, we are destroying all that energy behind that is less than man and aspect unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. And we, those Souless Amma that were giving those informations with a dark intention, destroy them wherever time, whatever form they are in the name of man and aspect unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. But in the name of man and aspect unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we are taking all the energy behind that 144,000 light workers. So we are taking the energy because people believed in that. I read that, I listened to those channeling messages, and a lot of light workers were talking about that. So we are taking all the energy behind that information, whoever gave it to any one of those light workers. So because people believed with the heart and soul that not in the numbers, but we believe that we came on this planet to save a beautiful planet and humanity and everything that's mine and ours, unconditional life. So we don't put the limitation on ourselves, but we put the limitation on those Souless Amma. So which means that even though if that was true, that we came mine and Amma from mine and ours, unconditional light in that number, of course we came with the intention to destroy those Souless Amma, because 9 is at the end of those Souless Amma, and it's a beginning for them on the pop-up, I'm saying, on the in the hell or desert planet. I'm calling pop in my language, which means the hell and the desert planet that we created for them. So we are placing them straight into the hell, with the spirit of thought by default. All those Souless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are. Well, we are opening up new opportunities for all of us that are mine and ours, unconditional life, which means when we put the end on something that is old, we're having new beginning. But for us, it's a new beginning into the golden age with the golden opportunities for all of us that are mine and ours, unconditional life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Even though that what I listened to today, of course, I've been listening to that earlier about the reading. My beautiful friends, I mentioned that too. I think in one of my, I'm sure I mentioned that in the name of man and aspect unconditional light. We now behind the reading, every kind of reading about on ourselves, whether the woman was reading the face. And she was talking about the bone structure. When she told me about the nerves and ending of the nerves within our stomach, I thought that was scripted. Those the information from those Souless Amma, 72,000. 7 and 2 is 9, which means the end of those Souless Amma. The end of those Souless Amma from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are. Which means, my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma were giving the false informations to the people, but they were coding those informations. They were coding those informations with the numbers, with the numbers, and then of course coding the numbers, and then using that into the rituals, and to after that create the energy, and to create that they were giving the information. We never accepted that, and of course we are not accepting, we'll never do so in the name of man and us, unconditional light, but we are returning them all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and to all those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and us, unconditional light, multiply everything by the laws, rules, regulations of by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So which means, my beautiful friends, don't accept anything negative, anything that is less than mine and unconditional light. Don't accept it. When I started my journey, my path to enlightenment, my beautiful friends, I told you I started with Doreen Virtue, and of course first the book that was Healing with the Angels, and of course after that I bought the tarot card. But I was doing it. I never read the manual about them, and then I never really follow anything. I was just doing that spontaneously, and just taking and doing it and reading just for myself, not for anyone else, but just for myself, for fun. And I was just adding up the information actually, or everything that I wanted to create. Whatever tarot card was coming out, I would just take it, the way I wanted, according to the picture. So always in my favor turn the energy and of course information. So if somebody does that to you, reading any kind of reading, accept only. I'm not recommending, but if you do so just for fun, you just accept the things that you love to do, or means turn into your advantage everything that everyone give you any kind of information. What you're going to do, you change the meaning. That's the reason why I said that I will change the languages. So and I change not the physical language spoken or written, but I have changed the energy and the meaning of some of those words that were coded with negativity. So that's without my beautiful friends, whatever somebody gave you any kind of information that are negative, you just turn it around and then change the energy and take the and send the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma. What I'm doing now, when I see any kind of negativity on the net or social media, wherever I see any kind of darkness and negativity that they're spreading on any kind of events that's happening, that are not really from unconditional light. What I'm doing, I'm changing the energy. Actually, I'm returning I'm just saying ito, which means I'm not accepting that. I'm returning the karmas to those Souless Amma. I'm multiplying them karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and will and many times I multiply that. All the karmas, pain, and suffering will to those Souless Amma, while we're multiplying the blessings to ourselves. So when you see any kind of negative information, when you read and any kind of those channeling messages, you, my beautiful friend, just say ito. That's the quote in my language. It's written I too. But in that way, but we read it ito, which means it's a code that we're not accepting, or anything that is less than mine and us, unconditional light, but returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma, to us blessings. Or the same meaning have as well, has the same meaning like we are accepting only the things that are from mine and us, unconditional light, which means we're not accepting anything that is less than mine and us, unconditional light, but accepting everything that is mine and us, unconditional light, and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma and blessings ourselves. Which means whenever you see any kind of negativity, anything that is less than mine and us, unconditional light, you may say ito. Everything's by default, which means ito, everything's by default, rejecting everything that is less than mine and us, unconditional light, returning the karmas to the Souless Amma, accepting their blessings. With that, you're changing the energy. You're changing the energy. Instead to add up to the negativity, you are changing the energy and adding up to the light. So my beautiful friends, so be aware of that. because a lot of negativity, a lot of darkness, a lot of false information, those Souless Amma were spreading and still are spreading throughout the net. We are working with that now to take over the completely social media and all the technology and everything, and to we are destroying the energy that they were projecting, that they were creating and stealing from anyone and anything, and then turning into the negativity. So you know that those souls were stealing your energy by just reacting when you were liking those, if you like any of those negativity or follow or share it, those Souless Amma, you were investing your time and energy. So of course we by that you're investing your time and energy, we're taking the energy that you invested, multiplied by every second that you invest. But those Souless Amma getting the karmas, pain, the suffering, everything that they projected with the dark intention, which means we are protecting ourselves and of families and friends and everything that's mine and ours, unconditional love life. Well, those Souless Amma destroying and with their karmas, pain, and suffering. Everything that they did with the bad intention, with the dark intention, we are returning it back to the Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, in the name of mine and ours, unconditional love life, in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering in eternal hell. Well, we are turning that energy for us into blessings, joy, peace, bliss, happiness, and eternal life, eternal peace, and wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. So as you know, a lot of things are going on a global level. Those globalists, those cabal people were projecting a lot of darkness and negativity, and they were giving us the false information, and then trying to after that steal the energy and then do that. We are again, I'm saying everything that I say that is negative that those Souless Amma were doing, we never accepted that. I'm loud and clear. So thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. But it was happening. So why I'm saying that we are not accepting that, because we are not, we've never accepted, and we will never do so. But those Souless Amma were doing, stealing energy, breaking the laws, rules, regulations, and then doing the bad things. But of course, we're not accepting it, we're rejecting, we're not accepting, because we're not going to give them another chance to use the same energy. As long as we're not accepting that energy has been recycled, which means they cannot use it again. Once you return them the karmas, pain, and suffering behind that energy has been recycled, and then, of course, turn into the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma, and to us into the blessings. So which means those Souless Amma cannot use that energy again. So that's the reason why we are not accepting any of the darkness and negativity, any kind of their lies and manipulations that we were projecting towards each and everyone and everything, every one of us and everything, through the net, through the social media, through the media at all, TVs, and in any way, through the religions, through the government, through the systems, and they were the educations, and they were spreading the lies and manipulations. They're giving us a lies, lie in Hebreo. So they were projecting the lies, and then the lies of humanity, how the humanity, the beginning of humanity, and the evolution of humanity, and everything that those Souless Amma were giving us, and of course giving us those false informations. And my beautiful friends, people were not aware. So what was going on? Some of those Souless Amma from the heaven, in the physical form or energetic form, they just wanted to interfere into our lives. So they were they were projecting some kind of informations, false informations, to see whether they're gonna succeed or not. So if they were projecting those people, some of those people, first they will project the energy, but the energy that they project, then that energy will take it, but not we. They take it, believe in that and spread it around, but not we, that is mine and our spirit, conditional level life. I'm talking now on this level, energetic level. So that's going on through the physical form. So those Souless Amma were projecting some kind of beliefs or some kind of informations that are false. and they wanted to make people to believe in that. That's what was happening into the religion and the science and everywhere, wherever they were interfering with the negative intention. So placing that, giving those informations, like the way I was talking about the channeling messages, is that the same channeling messages, but just in different way, giving the internally to the thoughts, and then of course or some direct projection. So people were receiving those informations that they were not aware of that, and of course those Souless Amma were trying through that information to interfere into our lives, to work through humanity, through physical forms, and then of course to manipulate with our energy. So we've never done that. We never accepted. We never accepted that. We will never do so. But those Souless Amma were holding the information from us, hiding the information from us, and then placing and spreading the lies and manipulations. So with that, we are now returning them all the karma, pain, and suffering of all the lies and manipulations and everything that they did with the dark agenda, to anyone on anything on a beautiful planet throughout the entire existence. In the name of mine and now, pure unconditional love and light, with the spirit of thought by default, we destroying those Souless Amma in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, and then returning them, activating them, all the karma, pain, and suffering, and send them straight into the eternal hell to burn forever and ever for eternity. In the name of man and now, spirit conditional of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. But you need to know, my beautiful friends, that everything that they did is based on their lies and manipulations. So which means that all the karma, so all those problems that ever happen and will happen as a result of the that's what they're planning to create as a result of doing the dark, dirty work, those dark, dirty, psychopathic past. We're returning all those karmas that happen and that will happen as a result of their planning to do so. Also, the dark agenda. So all those dark, dirty work and did behind all that dark agenda, 2021, 2030, and New World Order, and those World Health organizations, and all those behind all those criminal organizations that are like the UN, NATO, United Nations, and all those criminal organizations, but have presented themselves to be as a savior for us, or that they're doing and working for humanity, for a highest greatest good of all. But in fact, they were not working for humanity. They were working against the will of humanity, and of course, on a beautiful planet. But now, in the name of man and our spirit conditional level light, with the spirit of thought by default, now we behind all those organizations, that those cabal, those Souless Amma, the globalist Masons and Illuminati, all those Souless Amma, that we are creating all those organizations, criminal organizations that they were creating. Behind all of them, we are taking the energy. We are, in the name of mine and now, pure unconditional love and light, we are stopping all their project. We are freezing their project and stopping completely all the project that they were started, that working on them, that were planning to work on them behind the scene, with the dark agenda behind, for the sake of their popularity or any kind of gain of power or material things, and against our will, and against breaking the human rights, the laws, rules, and regulations, and of course, in any way that they were doing with the dark intention, we stopping, freezing all their projects, wherever time, whatever form, the Souless Amma. We are freezing the project, and we destroying those Souless Amma in an energetic and in a physical form, in encoding infinite, in the name of man and our spirit conditional light, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is man and our spirit conditional light, with the spirit of thought by default, to answer my call, my demand and command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, I'm just going now. I'm just going to touch the subject. Sometime in the future, I will talk about that deeper and explain that more in depth. But now I'm just going to touch the subject in order to get the energy from all those Souless Amma that we're stealing from us. So I'm just going to touch many different subjects just to collect the energy, get the energy, destroy those Souless Amma. But then I will explain later on, I will explain more in depth about the agenda, about everything that they were doing and working behind the scene, that people were not aware of that. So I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are protecting ourselves and humanity. And of course, I'm just giving you the information is that you are aware of that you can stop stealing your energy, or stop those Souless Amma to steal your energy, or in any way interfere into your lives, into our lives, that mine and our spiritual light, and of course protect energy and ourselves and our family and humanity and our planet and all everything that's mine and our spiritual light. So which means we it's better to adapt to the light and destroy the dark instead to allow them to manipulate with the energy. So we are destroying those Souless Amma and the karmas of manipulations and stealing the energy, and in every form we return into those Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. And I'm commanding to those Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form, they are both sides, the Souless Amma and the mind and aspect condition of light Sophie must to cooperate, and both sides in a peaceful way. That means need to do the things whatever need to be done in order to all the Souless Amma to return all the codes and all the energy to Sophie with the speed of thought by default, and in order for them to go with the less karma, pain and suffering to the hell with the speed of thought by default. And of course we want to create the peace and joy and bliss and eternal life in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, as you know, a lot of those organizations that were talking about the humanitarian project, that we're talking about doing some kind of work for humanity and goodness. Like one example of those, apart from those, that as you can see, those Souless Amma trying to interfere into my language, but it doesn't matter. Anytime that they're trying to interfere into my language, destroying those Souless Amma, returning the karmas of the language with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now we, apart from those that are so-called divine mothers, fathers, or light workers, or teachers, or healers, I talked about them. So now those that were into the power, those that were like a business people, that were that had corporations or running the corporations, and that were doing the work. One of those is Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. And of course, those humanitarian organizations like Red Cross or other, and the EU, or those are the criminal organizations, my beautiful friends, but they were pretending to be the humanitarian, pretending to do the light work, to do the work for humanity, but they are not. They were not doing the light work, and of course they were stealing the energy. They were doing the experiment on humanity. Bill Gates, as you know, all of him, I'm sure all of you know Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, that they were running the Microsoft, you know. But I completed everything on Microsoft, SCSA, and MDBA, and MCSC, and IT trainer, and I studied in London, IT. But my beautiful friends, I couldn't imagine myself being just with limited. I wanted to do so much more work on the global universal level. That's the reason why I left it. And of course, I know about the Bill Gates. Bill Gates, and Melinda Gates, they set up their own like humanitarian organizations. So to do the work, to help the people, to help especially they were focused on Africa. So my beautiful friends, what was going on? They're not doing the humanitarian organization. They're not humanitarian. They are criminals. They're criminals. They were doing dark, dirty work and experimenting on the people with their vaccines and with the health project. So what was going on when I was listening to Bill Gates? Bill Gates was talking, he was doing the seminars and talking to the people, like he was calculating, the pollution is too high on this planet, population is too high, the energy spending is too high. And he was saying and calculating, and he said at one point of time, one of those numbers need to go down. And so he said, and so people were listening, and they were using different kind of manipulations with the mind, so that people couldn't really hear what he was talking about. He said, publicly, in the public, he said to them, one of those numbers need to go down by 15, perhaps by 15%, which means that then he points if we he was talking for him, like if they were doing good job with the health and the health project that they were helping, like they had a health some kind of health corporations, or the medication they were connected to pharmacomafia. I'm saying pharmacomafia to the pharmacy that were really criminal organizations, because through the pharmacy they were experimenting on people and creating the illness, diseases, different kind of diseases and health issues through the vaccines. And then those parent controls they had as well, the parent control. And then of course, so they were experimenting and the vaccines and everything on the people in Africa. So from the healthy people, they were creating different kind of illness, diseases and everything. And then experimenting with the medications and everything. So those are the criminals. They are not the humanitarians. And of course, a lot of them, Warren Buffett was doing that as well, and all of those Virgin as well, the companies, the Richard Branson as well. You need to know, my beautiful friends, that behind all those big names that are known in the corporations, it's hiding the darkness and the dark, dirty work. Usually all of them are pedophiles, all of them are Kabbalists, Satanists, and globalists and Masons in a physical form, fallen angels, as I'm saying, or demons in the physical form. They were doing the dark, dirty work behind that. Virgin, Richard Branson. Richard Branson was, that he had a Virgin companies. But why is a Virgin? It's involved. My beautiful friend, just think about it. Think about the names that they were using for their corporations. Think about the words that they were using. So virgin, which means it's involved into pedophilia, so with children and everything, or the in any kind of the other organizations, Disney. So as well, behind those big names. So what's going on? They're doing the dark, dirty work, and then they creating the corporations to really just protect themselves in some way, and then of course paying a lot of money and creating the names of those big corporations. And after that, people think, of course, it's a brand, creating the brand. It's a good things to do, or it's like the product, to buying the product or anything that they're promoting. But behind that, they were doing the dark, dirty work. So Bill Gates was telling to the people that if he was doing the great job with his health program and then parenthood control, that they will reduce the populations for 15%. And the people didn't understand that. People were laughing. And I thought, wow, that's what's happening, my beautiful friends. People, those Souless Amma were doing the rituals and coding the words that the people were not understand. So he was telling them in face, doing the work, and then telling them in face that he's a killer. He was planning to reduce the population for 15%. And the people were laughing, were not able to hear what he was trying to tell them. That's what they were doing, those Souless Amma, by coding the words, or by using doing some kind of ritual or dark energy to prevent the people to get the right information. So, and of course, because people were laughing, that's the energy of mind and aspect unconditional love and light. So we are returning to Bill Gates, to all those Souless Amma, of course, all the karmas, pain, and suffering that they've ever created, each and everyone and everything, through all those so-called humanitarian projects, including those divine mothers and fathers, or those spiritual teachers or healers that they had their corporations and that were not paying the tax, and of course, and then creating a lot of problems in illness, diseases, and stealing the energy from the people, and of course, working against the humanity on a beautiful planet. Now, all the pain, the suffering, the karmas that have been created, that were creating, that we're planning to create, to project, or teach, and everything, in the name of mind, that is mind and aspect conditional light, in the name of mind and aspect conditional light, with the spirit of thought by default, we would be the spirit of thought, we return all that pain and suffering and karmas to all those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, and take them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. All those Souless Amma, all those globalists, all those Masons, all those cabal, all those deep state, those Souless Amma, behind, and this doesn't matter, behind any mask, any name that they were hiding. All the Souless Amma, we stand them, take them straight into the hell with the speed of thought by default, to burn forever and ever for eternity, in the name of mind and our spirit conditional of life, and with the speed of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything that is mine and our spirit conditional of light with the speed of thought by default, to answer to my call with the spirit to my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, now we are taking the energy in the name of mind and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to soften everything this mind and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer to on my command, and with the spirit and the mind command with the speed of thought by default, to take all the energy behind all the project, all those fake humanitarian project, corporations, all those Souless Amma that we're creating, stealing from humanity in the name of, and taking all the wealth, abundance, and prosperity, freezing and taking all the wealth, abundance, and prosperity with the spirit of thought by default, in energy wealth and the material wealth, corporations, and of course, everything that they have that is by default, we are taking that material wealth and all the energy with the spirit of thought by default, and we make it available to humanity by default, which means that is for the highest and greatest good of all, that is mine and aspect conditional of light with the spirit of thought by default, and return all, and those Souless Amma we are with the spirit of thought by default, resting, destroying them, removing them from the face of this planet, from China's entire creations, take them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default, in the name of mine and now spirit unconditional of light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding, Sophie, and everything is mine and now spirit unconditional of light, to answer my call, my demand with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, that's not only Bill Gates or Disney, or that's Apple. So you probably, all of you, wanted to have the latest version of iPhone. So my beautiful friend, just think about it. I was watching a mini on the YouTube and the social media. I was watching many of those, not many, but some of those ads from the Apple, from an Apple. So my beautiful friends, what's going on behind an Apple? They have the, of course, they have the product. But if you compare those products, their product with their price and the product of other the corporations, they're nothing better. They're nothing really more. They don't have any more quality than the others. But what they have the name, and they have the money that they are laundering to through those projects, through those those whatever their technology is selling. So Apple it's selling their product to high. It's very high price. But I know some people and where when they announced that they have the new product, some people were waiting all night in the queue to get the product that's the latest version of iPhone. My beautiful friends, you need to be aware of the things that not serving you. You need to know that those Souless Amma were spreading the lies and manipulations. All those an iPhone and all the technologies was really where it was created, where it was done in China. In China, it's very cheap for them to do so, to manufacture all of those technology, but they were selling them very high price, with a high price. They're putting the high price on them. But my beautiful friends, they were laundering the money behind that. And Apple at the sign, you know that Apple Adam and Eve, you know that how Adam and Eve fall down into the darkness because Eve ate an apple. And the snake told her to not to eat. That's the story, religious story, a story from those Souless Amma that they're projecting and giving us the information. I talked about that earlier. That how the humanity fall down into the darkness. The first, who was the first on this planet, Adam and Eve. That's their story that they were giving us to humanity. And then, of course, how they went into the garden. Of course, in the right. They had it in the garden, but of course they had everything. And then snake told to the Eve not to eat an apple from the apple tree, and she took and ate it. And then after that, they were thrown out from the garden, and then humanity fall down into the darkness. That's completely a lie. That's made up, the story from those Souless Amma. That's the way they wanted to create another story with the pear, with an orange, or with any other fruits. So it's a lie in manipulations. They just wanted to find something to project to humanity, to find some story, create some story, and then, of course, to create a lie and manipulations and use that into the rituals as a symbol. So an apple, using it, the symbol, apple sign, a symbol of that, and that's an apple. For us, for me, apple is just the fruit and nothing less, and of course, fruits is from man and ask because shall light. In the name of man and ask because shall light, everything is eaten. With the spirit of thought by default, returning the calm, as pain, as suffering to all those Souless Amma from Adam and Eve at the beginning of humanity, and an apple said now apple as a tree, and the products and the fruits and every symbols and everything that those Souless Amma ever associated and did the rituals using the symbol association with an apple. So in the name of man and us, unconditional light, we multiply all the karma, pain, suffering, with the spirit of thought by default, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, in the name of man and us, unconditional light, and multiply it over and over again with the spirit of thought by default. And to those are returning to those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, in the name of man and us, unconditional light, wherever time, whatever form they are, and take them straight into the hell, to burn into the hell forever and ever, those Souless Amma, in the name of man and us, unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friend, and then so Richard Branson, I told you, I think I talked in English, in my language I did so. So Richard Branson was creating the technology, space technology to go into the space, and then to go, and he was selling the ticket just one way. I talked about the HEATRT. So why just in one way ticket to go to space, way into the space they wanted to go, and just one way ticket? What they wanted to do, if they were telling us a lie and manipulations that they were not, there was, that they were saying that there is life only on this planet, nowhere else. So now, how come that they want to go into the space in one-way ticket? Where they are going to go if there is no life there? If there wasn't life in the space, where they will end up? Think about it, my beautiful friends. How many lies and manipulations they have placed to us through the science, through the religions, and all the systems and educations and everything. They were projecting the lies and manipulations all the time and hiding the informations. Even though when I was working on the project, when I was at the end of that, the final day when we had a battle with those Souless Amma, we won them, of course, and they wanted to project towards me again that a lie and manipulations, that because we won the battle and then we're destroying those Souless Amma. We've done already those main ones, and now it's just the those that still are in the courts, energetic courts in every form. We are now going to completely destroy them, remove them from within and without, from entire planet, entire universe. Now, so they wanted to project to me that lie as well. They wanted to, they were saying to me at the end, like, oh, there is nowhere else the life except on this planet. So, but I thought, wow. So I was working on the project for many years, exploring everything and then coordinating with the earth and everything was going on the earth and the heaven. And at the end, of course, we were destroying the Souless Amma. We destroyed the Souless Amma from the heaven. But we didn't. We protected and saved everything this man and us unconditional light. But they wanted to tell me that there was life was just on the earth. No, I thought, how what the Souless Amma wanted to manipulate again, but no, and I didn't accept, really. I never accepted their lies and manipulation, even though that I listened to them and then ignored them I've set up the intentions. So I set up many intentions and laws and rules and regulations that anything that they say, even if I don't answer anything, I've answered already by putting the laws, rules, and regulations into the place, into the power. So I never accepted their lies and manipulations, because I knew that we saved many planets, like a beautiful planet, that there is a life, the humanity on them. So what they wanted to Richard Branson and all of the other that were working together with him, what they wanted to do, really, where they wanted to go and to hide from who and where. So in the name of mind and ask your conditional level light with the speed of thought by default, Sophie, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything this mind and ask your conditional level light with the speed of thought by default to answer on my demand and my call to with the speed of thought by default to with the speed of thought take all the corporations, all the energy behind that. You know that they were stealing from us, from humanity, a lot of energy, and of course lying to us, taxing us, everything that we were buying, that we're earning, that we everywhere where we turn around, all the money that we got in the bank, they were taxing us, taking the tax. And for what? So they were stealing that money and then taking and investing into those dark projects and working against the humanity, the space project, and any kind of global warming that I talked already. But now behind all of those projects, in the name of man and us, unconditional light, we are taking the energy, because people were doing everything that is right things to do. And then, of course, according to the laws and rules and regulations that they created, people were following them. So now we were honestly working, and Ito working. We were honestly working from a heart and soul and paying everything that they ask for us to pay. They were taxing on the money that we're earning. They were taxing us on the homes that we have and no properties and a beautiful planet is ours. And they came and to put the tax on us and to on everything that we were buying and everything that we were producing. They were asking for tax. To tax for everything, and now is the time for us to return them the karmas of all those taxes, all those that were tax. So what I'm saying that they were charging us, overcharging us for the things that they didn't need to, according to any rules, laws, or regulations. It shouldn't be charged because it's ours, belong to us. But they were stealing that money from us and then investing it against us and our beautiful planet. So now is the time for us to return them the karma, pain, and suffering, all those projects that they were working on, and for every money, every cent, which means every with this pound, euro, dollar, or every money in whatever in whatever form that is, we are for the money. And money is involved everywhere, which means wherever you go, you need the money. So money is in touch with everything. So we're returning the karma, pain, and suffering of money, the money that they created as a result of money, that they have any kind of connections with the money. So that's the project involving the humanity, involving the homes and everything that we are eating and drinking and buying and earning and everything. So all those pain and suffering that they were created to humanity, to anyone and anything, in the name of man and auspicia conditional light, we are returning it back to the Souless Amma in the form of karma, pain, and suffering with the speed of thought by default, and taking them straight into the hell with the speed of thought by default to be burned forever and ever for eternity in the name of man and auspicia unconditional light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's all. So my beautiful friends, the Souless Amma trying to manipulate, as you can see, but energetically, but I always can overcome them because they are powerless. It's time now for us to take our power back. It's time for us to take to return back wisdom and knowledge and power, and of course to activate man and auspicia conditional light within each and every one of us, and of course to stand up firmly for our rights, for our human rights, for the rights that man and auspicia conditional light has given to each and every one of us and everyone and everything, which means it's time to protect ourselves. And of course, our voice needs to be heard. I'm here to be the voice of the people, to be the leader of the people. And of course, I've told you the Q was following my life since 90s that I even didn't know. But of course, they were going into the future and asking for the guidance, and they saw me and they got a message for the leader, which means I'm the one that came here on this planet to help the humanity on a beautiful planet, and to put the end on the Souless Amma, and of course, and to create eternal peace and love and joy, bliss for each and every one of us that is mine and auspicia unconditional light. So of course, my beautiful friends, I can do it together with all of you. I came ready at this time. I said that I came ready at this time. So probably, but for sure, this mine and auspicia unconditional light in different forms was coming early to be the voice in different forms, to be the voice of the people, but also some were preventing in some one or another way. But now I said I came ready. Why I came? I came ready because I have all the power within myself that I need, and of course I have all of you. So I have all of you that are mine and ask your conditional love light in the physical form, in a spiritual and energetic form, to help and support me together in unity to create a better world for all of us, and to destroy all those soulless Amma, to send them straight into the hell. No, then we will return them the karmas of their fake love. So we send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. In the name of man and our conditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are creating a new future for ourselves. We're going to we are creating eternal life and abundance of prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss for all of us. That is mine and our conditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, I just mentioned some of them that you know. That are the big names, but there are a lot of them. They're not just they're not only them, but there are a lot of them. All of those that are with the big names and that in the fashion, whenever they are pedophiles, and you know that those the biggest criminals were hiding behind the religion. So they were hiding behind the religious uniforms. So all those criminals and the pedophiles said, true, that I'm sure you've heard through the religion, and that they were they are really misusing the children, and they were spreading the pedophiles, and then of course doing the dark, dirty work. A lot of karma, pain, and suffering they've created and projected towards those children, that through the religion that they were so-called blessing them. And many people were reporting that after the blessings that those from the church, those so-called Father, Divine Mother, or so-called gurus or teachers or avatars or God's people, and in that way. So there were a lot of people were reporting after the so-called blessings that children were having the bruise, and they were crying, and of course they are my beautiful friends, misusing the children. I don't need to go deep into that, because I just need to touch the information coming. All of that. You were doing the research. I'm sure a lot of you know about that. But just going to touch upon the subject in order to destroy those soulless Amma, take the energy behind, and then return them the karma, pain, and suffering from pedophilia, and for all of those soulless Amma that were interfere, and in that way, wherever they are, that were interfering into our lives, and of course wherever they were infiltrated, whether they are a religion or the government systems, corporations, so it doesn't matter under which name or mask they've been hidden. So now it's a time to those Souless Amma to first we are destroying them. I'm saying we are arresting them, destroying them on an energetic level. The Souless Amma trying to make trying to interfere and to make me say in a spiritual, and they don't have a spirit, on an energetic level. First, we destroy them. Those Souless Amma are trying to manipulate with my language. We're destroying them in the name of man and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. I love you. It's on. So my beautiful friends, which means we are destroying those Souless Amma. I'm just gonna touch upon that subject, and then return them the karma, pain, and suffering behind everything that they were doing with the dark intention, and every karma, pain, and suffering that they created, that they will create, we're trying to create, according to all those goals that they set up with the dark intention. All those Souless Amma are now first destroying them on an energetic level. So can be getting them by every time, whatever form they are, wherever they are, if they're in the physical form and the human body, or whether they are in energetic form somewhere in the center, so on this planet or in the heaven, wherever they are, we are taking them and then destroying them. We are sometimes we're using that within my body. body. We use it to destroy them within my body. Sophie will just call them, and of course, they were trying to manipulate. We're destroying them, or we are doing it in the air. We just like destroying them completely, breaking it into the atoms and electrons, and then taking them straight into the fire. So we're destroying those soulless Amma in energetic form. When we destroy them in energetic form, those in the physical form are falling down. So now we are doing that and then preparing for the global arrest. All of you know a lot of channeling messages was going on through the social media and everywhere about the global arrest. So my beautiful friends, I'm the one who's going to do that, but we are resting now, and those souls are on energetic form, and then putting into the sleep doors in the physical form, and then we're going to arrest them because they cannot do anything really. They cannot project or react in any way, in a negative way. So we are completely taking their power and then the energy. So when we put them in the sleep, it's easier to arrest them, of course, and to destroy them. But of course, I'm going to expose their names, expose their dark, dirty work that they were doing. I'm going to tell to the humanity what they were doing, with what kind of intention they were doing what they were doing, and how many problems they've created, and how they were stealing their energy from the people, how they were manipulating with the people, with humanity, and of course trying to manipulate with our beautiful planet. We didn't accept that, but we projected, we saved our beautiful planet, humanity, many times, because with the technology that we're trying to misuse, we frozen the technology that they were creating with the dark intention, and of course we frozen all the weapon that they were trying to misuse. But those soulless Amma, we are now freezing them wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mine and our pure unconditional love and light, and of course taking all their power and all their wealth and abundance and prosperity in the name of mine and our pure unconditional love and light for the spirit of thought by default, and returning the wealth, abundance, wealth and abundance in the karmas, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are taking over all the wealth, abundance, and prosperity that is by default, and of course we're going to make it available to humanity, to each and everyone that is mine and our spiritual light. So my beautiful friends, it's time to destroy those soulless Amma wherever they are, those in the energetic form, wherever they are. We are now in the name of mine and our spiritual light. Sophie knows what needs to be done, what to do, and the money commanding to all those soulless Amma, wherever they're in the power, that still want to play the game, and that want to go against the humanity and the beautiful planet in any way, to do any kind of dark, dirty work in the name of man and our spiritual light, and the money commanding to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, to destroy those soulless Amma, to break them into the pieces, destroy them, and send them straight into hell or into the desert planet, to play the games, dark, dirty games, forever and ever, to be burned forever and ever, to burn into hell forever and ever, to regret that they ever existed in the name of man and our unconditional light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, you need to know that nothing is the way it looks like to be. A lot of those soulless Amma, as you know, on a global level, the globalists and Kabbalists, or those Satanists or Masons and Illuminati, all those soulless Amma, all those 13 families, and all those soulless Amma, they are the evil in the soulless Amma, evil in the physical form. So now it's time to let them go. It's time to completely destroy them and send them. Now they were to send them. We're going to pay them we're going to give them the free ticket to the hell, straight to the hell, to burn forever and ever. So Richard Branson was selling the tickets 100 or something thousand dollars, something in the dollars, was selling the tickets in one way. We're gonna give them the free ticket to straight to the hell with the speed of thought by default. to all those souls, some wherever kind of physical and energetic form, in the name of mind and now spirit conditional level light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So in the name of mind and now spirit conditional level light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating all the ultra ultimatum soup, therapy soup, all in one, pain and suffering and karmas and to all and the health, to all those soulless Amma, whatever form they are, in the physical and energetic form, in the name of mind and now spirit unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, like activating the completely destruction, the pain and suffering, and we completely put them into a sleep, freeze them completely, and take their power and the energy with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, with the spirit of thought, we're shutting down their cameras and their senses with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of man and our spirit conditional light, we're wiping out their memories completely, cutting off their communications with the spirit of thought by default, and then take them straight into the hell with the speed of thought by default in the name of mind and now spirit unconditional light. And we're freezing all the technology with the dark agenda, dark intention that they're creating or misusing. And of course, we're freezing and destroying all the weapon that they've created in the name of mind and now spirit unconditional light with the speed of thought by default, demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mind and now spirit unconditional light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. I love you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm sorry. So in the name of mind and now spirit conditional level light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating ultra ultimatum all in one soup of blessings, eternal life, abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, bliss, freedom, and enlightenment, a unity between us and our soulmates and family and friends and everything that is mine and our spirit conditional level light. In the name of mine and our spirit conditional level light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now I'm multiplying all the pain, the suffering, the karmas, and everything, hell to all those eternal destructions and eternal hell to all those souls, whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the spirit of thought by default, and to us, eternal life and joy, peace, and bliss, and enlightenment, and unity with the spirit of thought by default. And multiplying all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default with the spirit of thought, in the name of man and now spirit unconditional level light, and multiply it over and over again by the everything systems of multiplication. So by default with the spirit of thought, and multiply it by everything, all the rituals and all the ceremony rituals and then associations or projections that those souls, some curse, spell, hexes, dark evil, with any kind of dark agenda that they did, anything that they created with dark intention, or anything that those souls have ever projected over each and everyone else, and everything that is mine and our spirit conditional level light with the dark intention, in the name of mine and in any form, in the name of mine and our spirit conditional level light with the spirit of thought by default, we stop all of that, destroy, wipe out completely, and return it straight into to those souls Amma, in the name of mine and our spirit conditional level light. We return it back to those souls Amma in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, eternal destruction, eternal life in the hell. For eternal life in the hell, they want to be eternal. They want to have eternal life, but they will have eternal life, eternal pain and suffering, and eternal life into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity. In the name of mine and now spirit unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls, Amma, we destroy them forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and now spirit unconditional light, well, we are multiplying our blessings. We bless each and every one of us that are mine and now spirit unconditional light. In the name of man, that all of us that are mine and now spirit unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We bless us, protect us, and heal us, and rejuvenate ourselves from within and without. We destroy all the energy that is less than mine and now spirit unconditional light, all the souls, Amma, and everything that is less than mine and now spirit unconditional light, all the souls codes from within and without on a global and universal level. We destroy all those Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default in the name of mind and now pure unconditional love light. And in the name of mind and now pure unconditional love light, we bless ourselves, rejuvenate our body, fill our bodies and everything that's mind and now pure unconditional love light, every form we fill it with mind and now pure unconditional love light. We protect each and every one of us by your by mind and now pure unconditional love light and the wisdom and knowledge and power, understanding, by your blessings, and of course by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, and all the technology and everything that we have available to use against those Souless Amma in the name of man and ask pure unconditional love light to, of course, protect ourselves in the name of man and ask pure unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, announce pure unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. We multiply all of that by the laws, rules, regulations by default, by every atom and electron that ever existed, that existing, all the codes that ever existed, that existing, all those Souless Amma that ever existed in every form that existing, all that by everything that multiplying humanity, a beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and the sun and the moon and the air elements and all the planet stars and the galaxy throughout entire existence and entire existence, and the Big Bang and before the Big Bang and after the Big Bang and for eternity in the name of mine and now pure unconditional love light. With the spirit of thought by default, we multiply all the pain and suffering to all those Souless Amma over and over again, where everything that I multiplied earlier that I did to anyone else and that doing that will do so by all the codes and all the codes. When I'm saying codes, every word that I'm saying, that I'm talking, that I'm speaking, it's a code. And then of course by every code spoken, written, or in any way, anything that is being coded, numbers or prayers or any kind of word that's been coded to anything, and we multiply all of that by the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, and then by the religions, that all the karmas that the religious are multiplying, and the governments and all the systems and educational system and health and care system, and then judges and all those all the systems that are army, police, and those military, those criminal organizations, EU, NATO, those so-called and this Red Cross and all those so-called the humanitarians that multiplying divine mothers or fathers and those avatars and those saviors that they're projecting and that they're presenting themselves to be. Like as I just mentioned them, Bill Gates, and they take corporations, the humanitarian organizations, and then of course all of those, Richard Branson, but all those pedophiles. And of course, we multiply for everything. Wherever those Souless Amma created any kind of pain and suffering, any kind of destruction, or anything that they ever created that we're planning to create, we multiply all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell forever and ever to all those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default with the spirit of thought by default. And to us, everyone and everything that's mine and now pure unconditional love light, we multiply the blessings in the name of mine and now pure unconditional love light. We multiply everything, all of that, by every word that we say, by our greetings, by our gratitude, by our prayers, and then every smile, or every positive emotions, and to those Souless Amma karmas for all those negative emotions, for every kind of God that they were projecting, creating, and the name of God, or for everything really that those Souless Amma are projecting towards each and everything, to everything that we eat, drink, and see, or hear, and wear, or that all those projections that those Souless Amma have ever projected towards each and everyone and everything with the dark intention. In the name of mine and now pure unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and now pure unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the spirit speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, now while I'm talking, when I'm multiplying the karmas, pain and suffering, at the same time, I'm visually returning the karmas. I'm destroying them. I'm firing in them with a light planet, and then at those Souless Amma, and destroying them and taking them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever in the name of all those Souless Amma, in the name of mine and us, unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. While we are destroying those souls, I'm going to be enlightening ourselves and projecting the light and love and light and filling up ourselves and the entire planet and entire universe with mine and us, unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, all of that I'm multiplying by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mine and now, unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm multiplying all of that over and over again in encode in infinite with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. In the name of mine and now, unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. And everything is in a peaceful way, peaceful in action. My golden by default. Everything is in the peaceful way, without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden by default, with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, how do you feel now? I'm sure a lot of you knew already a lot of informations, but it's time to now. Up until now, probably we were just gathering the informations and reading about it, but not doing anything about it. But now is the time to take the action. Whenever you see something like that, those Souless Amma that we're doing, the anything that we're projecting, really, it doesn't matter whether it's a movie or in the written form or into the symbols, the pictures, or in any way. The picture is multiplying the karmas the way they multiplying any those other everything that I multiply up until now. So it means, sorry, because I'm doing the same time live in my language just before I got on English to do the live. So sometimes I told you, sometimes I'm gonna say some word in my language, but I'm gonna explain what that means. So don't worry about that, you will understand everything. So sometimes those Souless Amma interfering to my language, trying to make a mistake, but it doesn't matter. I don't care really about the grammar. I don't care about I care about the meaning, about the energy that I'm projecting to you. That's the most important. And I was saying I'm not going to play with the grammar or with the language, but the meaning, what those Souless Amma trying to make me focus. But I'm focused on the energy that I'm projecting towards you and the meaning of everything and what I want to create with that. The most important is what I'm telling to you, what I want to create with that, what I want to gain with that, and what I want you to take in and to know and understand, and of course to get enlightened. That's important. The most important, the energy that I'm sending to you, and knowledge and wisdom that I'm activating within yourself. So I don't care really much about the grammar, because even though my English I'm fluent in English, but as you can see, those Souless Amma trying deliberately to create, to just interfere energetically and to make me make some mistake. But I don't care about that at all. And just go on. I know that energy is right. They cannot manipulate with the energy that I'm sending to you. If they're trying to manipulate with the words, energy is pure and clear. Mine and us, unconditional light. So that's the most important. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, Now, let it just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and how do you feel now? Focus on your breathing. Let us do the breathing together. Let's just breathe in. Breathe in your nose. Hold the breath. And just everything is by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And just breathe out. Flush comes Souless Amma. I'm showing Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Everything is by default. Everything's by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Breathe out from your stomach. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Breathe in. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Hold the breath. Then breathe out. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. You just breathe normally now and focus on your breath. Focus on yourself. How do you feel now? Well, I'm talking to you, I'm sending you an energy, and I'm doing the activations within yourself, activating your energy, activating mind and aspect conditional love light within yourself. With every word that I'm saying, I'm sending you love and blessings. So my beautiful friends, just open up your heart and soul and accept it, receive it, and of course, enjoy it. Let us feel yourself from within in the golden light and the center, heart center. Feel yourself in the golden light, which is a destructive energy for those Souless Amma, but it's a blessings for each and every one of us. Just feel yourself in the golden light and expand it from within. Feel entire body, without and around the body. We have 4 centers. Actually, there are more centers, but I just made them 4. So one is the bottom of the 5th. The second is the heart center. That's take all of that part up to the beginning of the legs. And then throat center, the communication. And the center of the head, which is the 3rd eye. And just because we are inside that's mind and aspect conditional love light, we are acting as unity, so one spiritual intelligence. So that's the reason why, just to make it easier for us to focus on the center. That's why I put all of those centers in one center. You can do 2 or 3 centers, but I just name them under one center, the heart center. So now let us fill entire body from within and without with the golden light on mind and now spirit conditional love light with the speed of thought by default, and expand it. Let us fill entire room where you are, entire place, entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe. We fill entire universe with mind and now spirit conditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Those Souless Amma, those projectors and the Souless Amma that projecting all those projections, we're returning back to the Souless Amma. In the name of man and aspect conditional love light, we return it back to the Souless Amma. We destroy the Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself. Listen to your body. We are reuniting. We're creating the unity of our physical, energetic, and spiritual form. Through that unity, we're activating our wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and eternal life, and joy, peace, bliss, and happiness, and for ourselves and our families and friends. So we are blessing ourselves and our family and friends in every form, spiritual, physical, energetic form. In the name of man and Auspia Krishna Love Light. We're sending extra man and Auspia Krishna Love Light to everything that's man and Auspia Krishna Love Light. First to us and our soulmates and our families and friends, and then to everything that's man and Auspia Krishna Love Light. And then wherever it's needed, everything with extra, we're sending love, light, and blessings. And of course, on the top of that, extra, ultimate all-in-one blessings, love, light, and blessings. So all of those SOPHIE codes that are on the mission, and that on the mission, whether those Souless Amma so now they're together on the mission, but the ours, SOPHIE codes on the mission to destroy those Souless Amma. So now we're sending them extra love, light, and blessings to complete their mission, to return them back safely with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and now speak conditional love, light, with the spirit of thought by default. And then, of course, we're blessings and protecting everything that we have, or homes, properties, cars, vehicles, or corporations, and mine and house project, and everything that we have, and that we are creating, and that we have a beautiful planet and water element, air element, and the sun, the moon, and the planet stars, and the galaxies, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, and everything that we have, that is man and house, shell of a light, and a beautiful planet. And throughout entire existence, in the name of man and us, be a conditional level light with the spirit of thought by default. And we're sending love, light, and blessings to a beautiful planet. It's just extra love, light, and blessings with extra. And of course, we bless the sun, the moon, in Sophia Tristan Center. In Sophia Tristan planet. I've told you that our planet was renamed on the spiritual level as Sophia Tristan planet, and the Sophia Tristan heaven universe. And all those, we send a lot of light and blessings to all those centers and teams and the systems that were created from man and us, pure conditional love light, and wherever they are, throughout the entire planet's entire existence. And then, of course, we're sending love, light, and blessings to Sophia Tristan Fund, Sophia Fund, Jasara, Quantum Financial System, Starlink, and all the technology and material wealth that we are taking over from those Souless Amma in the name of man and us, light, to make it available to humanity, to each and every one of us, that are man and us, light, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we protect all those corporations and all those that are man and spiritual light, that running those corporations. We're protecting them, saving them, and of course, helping and supporting them to do even more good for humanity and a beautiful planet. In the name of man and spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. Everything is according to the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. And everything is an encode in infinite. I'm loud and clear. And everything is with a speed of thought, peaceful in action. My golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie. My beautiful soul, golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So we're destroying those Souless Amma without mercy, with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and us, beyond conditional level light, sending them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever. So all those Souless Amma go straight into the hell to burn into the hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. while we are creating eternal life, abundance, and prosperity for all of us that are man and us, pure conditional light, and unity and joy, peace, and bliss in the name of man and us, pure conditional light, and the spirit of thought by default. While we are destroying those souls, some in the name of their fake love, and of course, flash comes Souless Amma without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, and my golden by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden by default. I love you. So listen to your body. And how do you feel now, my beautiful friends? Now, in the name of mine and now, spirit conditional love light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm putting in the circle of light all those Souless Amma that ever interfere into our lives, within and without, wherever they are on a global and universal level, wherever they are, that ever interfere directly or indirectly into our lives in a negative way. We put all those Souless Amma in the circle of light and throw them straight into the hell with the spirit of thought by default, to destroy them forever and ever. In the name of mine and now, spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and now, spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm putting in the circle of light all those Souless Amma, whatever time, whatever form they are, that they interfere into our lives, into a beautiful planet in a negative way. And everything that's mine and our spirit conditional love light on this planet. It's a beautiful planet, water element, air element. And of course, humanity, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, and fish kingdom. And the sun, the moon, and throughout entire existence, wherever they are, that we're interfering into our lives, in everyone and everything of us that are mind and us, unconditional light with a dark intention, and with anything that is less than mind and us, unconditional light intention, we put in the circle of light all those Souless Amma and throw them straight into the light planet with the spirit of thought by default to burn them forever and ever. You, my beautiful friends, if you don't have a light planet, you create one in front of you from the huge light planet, from the golden light from unannounced unconditional love light, see it, and that's the destructive energy for those Souless Amma. All these blessings and protections for ourselves. So you may throw into that light planet all those problems that you ever had, that you have, that you ever have, that you ever had, that you have right now, or that you have ever seen on a global and universal level, or that you read about it, or your family and friends that had. It doesn't matter, everything negative, that is everything that is less than mine and us, unconditional light, you just put it in the circle of light and throw it into the light planet. Mine and us, unconditional light will answer to your and will answer and will direct the energy what is need to be, and then will destroy those Souless Amma that way interfering into your life, and that way creating those problems. In the name of mine and now, spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mine and now, spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command. Peaceful in action with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. It's on. Now, in the name of mine and now, spirit conditional love light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm placing in the circle of light all those Souless Amma that ever interfere that into our lives, or that were infiltrated into the religion, into the not the religious, into the religion, into the governments and all those systems, the health system, or any kind of systems, and everything that we use as entertainment, musical, sport, and films, and all those industry, and all those everything that we ever use to consume, to eat, drink, and to annul those through any kind of education, to any kind of the corporation that were interfering to our lives in a negative way through the technology that they were spying upon humanity and a beautiful planet. So that's breaking all the rules, and of course breaking the human rights, the rules of the human rights, spying of humanity and putting the cameras everywhere, but not just on the public places, on the streets, but putting the cameras into the anything appliance that we're producing, the technology that we're producing, putting the cameras and the recording every step that we are taking. That's completely taking off. They were trying and the taking of freedom and interfering into privacy and into identity. So that's how we return them all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and all those souls. I'm going to put them in the circle of light and throw them straight into the light planet with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we replace all of that with the with mind and ask unconditional love and light with the speed of thought by default. With the speed of thought. In the name of mind and ask unconditional love and light. Peaceful in action by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now in the name of mind and ask unconditional love and light with the speed of thought by default. I put in the circle of light all those soulless Amma that ever existing, all those so-called gods, soulless gods, saints, and all those so-called creators, and all those soulless SOPHIE, Chistenko, millionaires, and those watchers that were watching what humanity was doing, but they were not helping and supporting. In fact, they were doing the opposite. And all those Hitler and the Susie and Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atmachatana Hussein Ramchovich and all other soulless Amma known as Divine Mother Fathers, or those avatars or light workers or healers, or in any under name, under any name that they were known or mask hidden, or that they were presenting themselves in any way, really, with the dark intention. We put them all in the circle of light. All those that were creating I'm calling them pedophiles, and all those magicians or dark, dirty, psychopathic players. All of those that Tsigi and all of those soulless Amma that were interfering into our lives in a negative way. When I'm saying Tsigi, that means all those soulless Amma. So I'm just placing them straight into the circle of light, Ito. And then, of course, take them straight into the light, placing them in the circle of light, and then take them straight into the light planet to be destroyed forever and ever with the speed of thought by default. And we return and multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering, and to take them straight into eternal hell forever and ever with the speed of thought by default. Everything done by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default with the speed of thought in the name of mind and now unconditional love and light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And with the speed of thought by default, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, we replace all of that with the mind and ask unconditional love and light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We destroy those soulless Amma without mercy, with the speed of thought by default. While we are blessings ourselves from mind and ask unconditional light from the heart and soul, with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, how do you feel now? Listen to your body now. Of course, not listening what's going on. Some of them are asking to show you some techniques of clearing the energy. So, of course, I'm going to do that. You're going to benefit, all of you. Of course, I'm doing it in the name of mine and I'll be unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. So, my beautiful friend. So, of course, what are we going to do, my beautiful friends? We're going to do massage of the face, the head, and then, of course, you can do any kind of body. But the most important is energy and the focus. So what are you going to do now? Focus on yourself. Let us do first the massage. When you do the massage, we do the gently. The most important is that the focus and the energy that we are doing. So what are you going to do now? Everything is by default. We're just saying, flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma. So we're going to do it now. With the speed of thought, flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma. Just do it with me, and just focus. You may say, flush comes Souless Amma, or you may say, everything's by default. We're going to change. Flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma. So you're going to do like your throat up, and then it doesn't matter really which way you're doing it, how you're doing it. The most important is that you do, which means when you do so, when you massage it, the blood circulations and the energy circulation is much better. And then we're removing the dark energy, negative energy from our face, from our face, from our body. It's all well, we are, of course, blessing ourselves, and of course, we are protecting ourselves, and of course, enlightening. So let's just do it. Everything is by default. Everything is by default. Everything by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Around your eyes, as you can see here, my beautiful friends, around your eyes, we have here a lot of those points around the eyes. So did you know how come that people got any kind of problems with the vision? So that's not really a problem. That's the energy that is blocking the vision. So when we destroy the energy, we have the clear vision. So whoever has any kind of dioptrin, or any kind of vision problem, you need to know, do this massage around your eyes, and then just saying, flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma, flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. So just do it this way, gently, and then of course you have the point here in between. You can just press it. Flush comes Souless Amma. However you like, really. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Don't never accept any kind of dioptrins or any kind of vision problems or any kind of problems. Don't accept it. You can just do energetic work and you can heal yourself. So now let us do it now. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Well, we're doing it now for ourselves. We are doing it at the same time for humanity, for everyone, everything is mine, and I'll be unconditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden by default. I love you. So do that around the eyes. A flush comes Souless Amma. You have it around here. Gently just massage it in about that here. We have the points here. So both hands, we use both hands. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Flush comes Souless Amma. I've told you that my forehead was associated with the dark, dirty playground of humanity, of the Souless Amma, not the humanity, the Souless Amma in the heaven, from with the heaven. So, so we're clearing up the energy. So the energy that was stored within our body from those Souless Amma that we're placing into our body, we're destroying that. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. You just massage it gently. You can press as much as you like, really, or gently do it. It's up to you. How do you feel? You do it the way you like it. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. This part here, massage. And then flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. This, my beautiful friends, with this massage, with this exercise, we are clearing up our energy, actually clearing up the negative energy from our face, from our body, and enlightening ourselves and getting beautiful, and of course your vision is clear, and of course your mind, you're clearing up your mind, and then you have the clear thinking, and of course feeling, and everything is improving. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Just massage this part here. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. You just massage the cheeks. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. So let us, we'll come back to that. Let's do this one. Just do the tap. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Just do it gently. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Peaceful in action with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, let's just do the massage of the neck as well. Do the massage. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes, you just use your fingers. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. You just massage gently, my beautiful friends. As long as you like, really, it's you are just the energy you're massaging and you completely destroying. We're destroying the negative energy, dark energy, Souless Amma, from our face, from our head, from entire body. The energy is moving, and then of course the blood is moving through our body, and of course we are destroying the Souless Amma and the negative energy. So and replacing it with mine and ask me unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma. So flush comes Souless Amma. Flush comes Souless Amma. If you want to around your mouth, just do the gently massage. Just massage the entire face the way you like, really. Just do it spontaneously, in a way, in a natural way, how you feel. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. So now what you're going to do, you do this part here. Usually you feel the tension, or when you feel tired, you feel the tension at this part here. So what you're going to do on your shoulders. So what you're going to do, you grab yourself, you're on here, and then you just turn around. Turn your head around. And then you will feel a little bit tension, but after that you will feel much better. Or you can do, my beautiful friends, to massage and to release the negative energy from your neck. And of course, what you're going to do, just do it gently, just in your head, just let it down, and just go slowly in the circle. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. So what you're gonna do a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and as long as you wish, really, and feel it. When you do that, you will release that energy, negative energy, and the tension from your neck, and of course you will feel much better. When you're using the chords, flush comes Souless Amma. So flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flush comes Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. You can feel it. You can feel it within your body. You can feel it within your head, your neck. And after that, you'll feel much lighter and filled with love. And of course, you'll feel the smile on your face, because the energy that I'm sending to you is mine and ask me unconditional light. That's activating the youth and beauty, and of course returning the vision to ourselves, and of course clear thinking and creativity and joy and peace and bliss and everything that is mine and ask me unconditional light. All those gifts that are freely given to each and every one of us, and everything that is mine and ask me unconditional light, eternal life and eternal peace and joy and bliss and happiness and laughter and fun and wisdom and knowledge, power, understanding and enlightenment and freedom and unity between us and our soulmates and all mine and all families and friends and everything that's mine and ask me unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. It's all. It's all. It's all. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friend, now listen to your body. Listen to yourself. And how do you feel now? How do you feel? I feel lighter. Because even though that's... feel a little bit, you feel sometimes tension in your neck, or when you do the work or whatever, and then usually on your shoulders. Then when you massage a little bit, when you just do the exercise, you will release that negative energy and fill up yourself with the energy, so mind and ask unconditional light. But if you're using the cords, you will do that much better, because the cords are filled with the karmas, pain, and suffering, and coded with karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma, and with the blessings to each and every one of us and everything. So do it every day, my beautiful friends. So as often as you can, and you will feel much better. Listen to your body now, and listen just what's going on within yourself now. How do you feel now? And just keep focus on your body. I'm going to sing the healing mantra. I'm going to sing the mantra, healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Oh, Souless Amma, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light. In the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light. In the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way 24 by HEATRT by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirror input them action by default, by default, by default, by default. To. So everything is by default, 24 by HEATRT by default. Peaceful in action, mirn input, aktia by default. So my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you. I hope you enjoyed. And of course, it's time for all of us to go into the golden age, well, the golden steps. And of course, to fly on the golden wings of mind and now, beyond conditional light, with the speed of thought by default, and to shine all day through in the name of mind and now, beyond conditional light, from the heart and soul, with the speed of thought by default. And open up your heart and soul, my beautiful friends, and enjoy yourself. Love freely everything that is mine and ask me unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. And destroy without mercy all those souls, Amma in every form, wherever they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And remember that everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. These laws, rules, regulations, so by default override all other laws, rules, regulations, with the speed of thought by default. And everything is under the control and command of Sophie, and everything is by default, and everything is peaceful in action. My beautiful by default, my golden soul. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And thank you to all those souls, Amma in every form, with the speed of thought, all through all in one. This is destructive energy for those souls, Amma, that want to play for those dark, dirty, psychopathic players that want to play the dirty games. So we send them straight into them desert planet, into the hell, to play the games forever and ever. And to regret that they ever existed, in the name of man and now, spirit conditional light, with the speed of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, thank you to everyone and everything that is mine and now, spirit conditional light, with the speed of thought by default. And thank you to Sophie and Tristan, my golden souls, my golden by defaults, in every form, spiritual, energetic, and physical form, in the name of mine and now, beyond conditional light, from my heart and soul, from my heart and soul. Everything is by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, everything is under the command, the control of Sophie, and everything is by default, and everything is peaceful in action. My golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, that following me, that adding up to the light, and that giving your time, investing your time and energy in helping us create a better future for all of us, and to write new history of humanity with the golden letters and live a life forever with eternity. In the name of mine and us, beyond conditional light, with the spirit of thought by default. I love you all. I'm sending much love and blessings to all of you, my beautiful friends, my beautiful souls, golden by default. And I'll talk to you next time. Good night. Bye.